Hello, everyone. I'm Fizz, and this is my new channel where I am going to be doing devlogs on game development side projects that I work on. And for those of you who know me, you'll know that I do have a couple other channels. Well, both of them are kind of not really being updated anymore. They were more about playing games rather than making games. But one of them I had with my kid. We did hit 10,000 subs ish, and but we kind of dropped off of that because he started getting interested in other things, which I knew would happen eventually. And then I had another one where I was doing, just games on my own. But I've kind of shifted away from that now, and I've been getting more into like side projects, game dev side projects, because I am a game developer by profession, and I've been doing game development for quite a long time now. So this kind of thing keeps my brain fresh, and it's different than what I do on a day-to-day basis, which is more of a lead role and management sort of thing. So I don't really get to do too much like boots on the ground work. So this kind of helps me do that. And I thought I'd share my journey with you all because it is kind of we are in a time where we're learning a lot about game dev practices, and a lot of people are getting more interested in that kind of thing. So yeah, I figured it'd be cool to share my experiences and stuff. So what am I working on? This is what you're looking at on the screen is exactly the game that I'm working on. It is called Beyond the Rim, and for those of you with an astute eye, you'll notice that this game is actually on Roblox. You can see here my Roblox UI and stuff. So why did I choose Roblox? Well, I don't know specifically. Like, I could have just as easily made this game somewhere else, right? Like Unity or Godot or whatever. But I have been messing around with Roblox, and I figured because my son was really into Roblox, I thought, making games here, maybe he'll get interested in it as well. And he has kind of been. But, I figured it would be a good test to see if I could get something that resembles more of a real game, compared to for those of you who know Roblox, that there's not like the greatest stuff on there, right? It's kind of like there's a lot of quote unquote slop on Roblox right now, and I don't want to contribute to that slop. I want to make games that are quality, or what I think is quality, good experiences that people can really immerse themselves in. And I love space games personally. Space games for me is like the place that I want to be. I like making games that I enjoy playing myself. So yeah, I think that's mainly like the intro that I wanted to just tell you about the project. So yeah, long story short, this is an open world space exploration sandbox game, and I'm just showing you, like you probably already see. I'm showing you some clips now from the intro tutorial sequence. I tried to make this game very, I guess, like a world that is like, living and breathing. It's a living, breathing galaxy, right? Like like you're just a small part of it, kind of thing. Similar to games like Elite Dangerous, like, but I'm not trying to keep it like hardcore. I want this to be like a game where you can find the fun faster, right? I want it to be approachable, not like too super crazy. Like, there are other space sims on Roblox, like notably Starscape, which doesn't really have that many players anymore. Like the player counts are under 100 people. But that game was, it was a niche game. Not everybody on Roblox was playing it, obviously, but for the people who did play it, they really got into it. And I wanted to build something similar, not to the same, I guess, grind level as that game, because that game was really, really detailed, right? Like, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of give it a shot. So yeah, I'll move away from the intro sequence now so that you guys can see like the actual game. I'm gonna cut back into what I'm gonna like actually play through my game, and more like unscripted, just kind of take you through it. So yeah, this did start off as like a super chill space mining game. I wasn't planning on adding combat, but I changed my mind after a while. I was like, you know what? There's only so much you can do, right, with super chill sort of mining and no conflict and stuff. So I'm really glad that I did add combat, because it really does change the game. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna take you guys through this, kind of unscripted, and I'm just gonna turn down my headset because the volume is a little loud in my ear. So as you can see, it's a third-person view sort of thing. I do have like a free cam that you can kind of use to look around and stuff like that. But the game is basically, it takes place in a galaxy. Now, this galaxy that I had made originally was like 200 systems, which you can see here, and it is procedurally generated, and you can see, I'm here. You start here. Solara is like the first system. I'm out here right now, just kind of playing through myself, testing things and stuff. But I realized that I wanted to make the scale a lot bigger. So what I ended up doing was I expanded the galaxy out to be 5,000 systems. So you can see, if I zoom out, you can see all of them out here. Now the interesting thing about this is that, of course, Roblox can't really handle this kind of thing. So the way that it's done is each system is its own server, so or its own place. So if I warp to another system, it will take me to that system in a new server. The other thing is, like, this is a lot of stuff, right? Like I have a lot of lines connecting here showing where every system is, how it's connected. But if I did that for everything, it would be super messy. So what I decided to do, and I built this into the lore, is that the systems out here are what are known as beyond the rim, right? This is the rim of the known galaxy, and these are all uncharted systems. Some of them do have space stations, like this one here. You can see it does have, it does have like an established outpost or whatever, but they're only a few of them along here are actually like that. The rest of them are unexplored, uncharted, right? So you can see there's no data available. The idea is kind of like Elite Dangerous. I want players to be able to go out here and find the systems. They'll get credit for discovering them, that kind of thing. So it'll give a sense of exploration, right? For people who want to like actually go all the way out. And yeah, so that was the idea. But now, obviously, connecting all the lines would be kind of messy. So the lore basically is that these are all unexplored, and you need like a built-in hyperspace drive on your ship to be able to get out here. The systems in here, you don't need that. You can just use warp gates, which I'll show you right now. So you can see there's a warp gate right here. So I'm just going to go over there, and I'll show you. And I'll talk about some other things along the way. We've got a radar on the left side there. We've got a mini map in the middle, and the controls you can see are in the top right. I can actually collapse this if I want to, but I'll just keep it up so you guys can see exactly what the controls are. Now this game it's not going to be easy to have on mobile. I actually don't support mobile right now. I'm going to see if I can do it, but I might have to scale some stuff down. Because like you can see, there's a lot of detail, right? Like the fog in the asteroid fields, like the dust field kind of thing. I'm pretty sure even like lower end computers are going to have a problem with this. Let me just actually mine this rock here, since I'm not being attacked by pirates, and I can show you kind of how the mining works before I do anything else. So yeah, like I said, I wanted the mining to be very kind of like Elite Dangerous sort of feel. So like, very chill, relaxing. But I had to kind of make it in a way that it is more skill based than anything. So I did. I have to switch to mining mode. Now you have to scan the ore first, right? And I did add ship voices and stuff, so you'll be able to hear that while I'm playing. But yeah, like you scan the ore. You don't have to scan it. You scan the asteroids for ore resource pockets. You don't have to scan, but it does tell you what this is. So this asteroid is 100% uranium, and you can see it reflected in the color. So now if I hold down left click, I mine, right? And then the resource will pop out, and you'll be able to collect it with your tractor beam, like so. Right, so I got 2 uranium there. And you can see that the thermal damage of the asteroid is increasing. That happens with the lasers. So there is another way to mine, and that is with seismic charges. You can see above my minimap legend that I have 30 seismic charges. So for that you hold down right mouse. But before I do that, just to show you the laser thing again, the laser pointer jitters. The targeting reticle, it jitters back and forth. So you kind of have to keep it in the middle of the ore pockets to be able to mine them. And like I said, the asteroid heats up while you're doing that, and the asteroid actually, like the minigame HUD spins, so the UI spins, so you have to kind of follow it along. So I'll show you that again. So yeah, you can see how it's working. Now, the the seismic charges don't contribute to the thermal damage, but they are consumable, so you have to buy new ones at space stations all the time, right? So if I hold down right mouse, you'll see that there's a little dot. Now it's struggling to get away, and I have to kind of pull it in, right? And keep it there, and then this happens. So then that also releases an ore pocket, but it does more damage. Okay, we've got a pirate here. So now I can show you another thing. So now I'm gonna get attacked, but I can just toss a beacon down here, and that will make it so that I can remember where the stuff is. So now I'm getting attacked by this pirate here, and I'll show you how the combat works. Now, because I'm still in proximity of this asteroid, it's gonna keep showing that minigame. I might have to tweak that a little, but yeah, like this ship that I have is a mid-game ship, right? It's got dual laser cannons. I can also fire missiles at this guy. Missiles pierce through shields and damage the hull directly. So, and I also have like little barks, right? Like you can see the pirate is like talking to me while we're fighting. So yeah, combat, I tried to make it more approachable and more arcadey, I guess. Like now he's gonna try and do some pot shots on me here, but I should be able to take care of him pretty easily. Finish him off with there we go. So now of course pirates will drop ore, right? Or resources that you can go and pick up. The other thing is that there are NPC ships around, and you'll see that as I play more, but the NPCs, they also get attacked by pirates. They fight pirates. There's also the Federation, which if you attack an NPC, they will come after you and attack you. So you shouldn't attack NPCs unless you want to be like, if you want to do a bad playthrough, a bad guy playthrough, then you can do that. So I'm heading back to my beacon now to see if I can get that ore that I left behind. It might have despawned. Was it here? I think it was here. No, it was a pure uranium rock, right? I may have lost it.
Resource collection.
The problem is the beacons are cool to it helps you find where you were, but because there's vertical height and stuff, it might be above me. Oh, it might be this one. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so that kind of works. You can see it flashing, so it is easy to find. But yeah, I'm just gonna.
Tractor beam.
Oops, I hit the asteroid. So yeah, we do have physics, right? Like I can hit the asteroid and it'll kind of move away, but that's not really ideal because now I have to actually follow it, and you can't mine while you're moving, so you're gonna have to do this quickly. So this is gonna blow up, and the reason it blew up was because the thermal reading on it was too high. If you successfully mine all of the ore pockets from the ship, with your ship, without overheating the asteroid, you will get bonus ore. I'll find a smaller asteroid that I can show you how that works. And here, like I was supposed to show you like the warping and all that stuff, but there's a lot going on here. Okay, there's one up here. So I'm just gonna scan this. And again, you don't have to scan them, but it does help to know what you're getting. Okay. So this one, I'm a little too close here. There's some finicky stuff I have to fix, like what's happening right now. It's a little bit the targeting and stuff is a little bit weird, but it works. Okay, so this one is pretty easy. I don't even think I need to use my the seismic charges. There we go. So we fractured that one, and we got bonus ore from it.
Deploying tractor beam.
So for those of you who have played, Elite Dangerous, you'll know like how the mining actually works. It's a very slow process, so I didn't want to make this that slow, but I wanted to capture kind of the feel of like how the asteroids explode and stuff. I'm just gonna do one more, and I won't talk, so you can kind of hear and see the effects and stuff about how this works.
Asteroid scan in progress. Asteroid scan completed. Initiating resource collection. Deploying tractor beam. Critical heat flux detected. Orbital breach confirmed.
There we go.
Tractor beam deployed.
So yeah, I mean, like
Cargo bay
oh, my
full.
cargo bay's full. Okay, that's a problem. So I mean, we kind of already have a beacon here, but it's not exactly in the right spot. So I'm gonna drop another beacon so I can come back for that stuff. And then I gotta go to the space station. So I guess I can show you that next. But so yeah, you can see the idea. Like I wanted to capture that kind of that feel of being in space, right? I mean, of course, we know there's no sound in space, which it is nobody would want to play a game with no sound, of course. But and you know the colors and stuff too. This is not real, right? Like this is not what you would see if you were in space. You wouldn't see the colorful nebulas and stuff. That's all like post processing that we do to show things in different spectrums of light. But I just wanted to get that sort of feeling of the majesty of space and like the sounds and the ship voice and the kind of like dynamic events that can happen while you're exploring and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments if you feel like I've kind of captured that. I'm trying to avoid feature creep. Like I could release this right now. I'm probably going to release it very soon. There's just a couple of things that I want to add to make the end game more interesting. Like I said, the exploration, giving credit to pilots, things like being able to explore like wormhole systems and giving you a reason to actually go out there. Right now, there is not really much reason to go out there. I want to have like a capital ship sort of chase. You can only go, you can only get the bigger ships if you actually like grind for resources, that kind of thing.
Granted.
Okay, let's talk about the space station UI. So you can see, down here I added like a thing that tells you nearby space stations and what the prices are of each of some of the resources compared to this space station. So like if you want to do like some hauling, you can go here, for example, buy aluminum because it's 9% cheaper, and then you can bring it back and sell it here, for example. I probably need to make this a little bit more lucrative, but yeah, it's kind of works. And then we have a ticker down here that just has like fake news stories, just to give the galaxy a little bit more of a live feeling, right? So yeah, the market tab is the first tab. We've got raw ores where you can buy a limited supply of raw ores if you want to and process them or refine them. We have missiles, so you can buy the missiles for your ship. We have the beacons, and then we have seismic charges. So that's that tab, and then you can go to sell here, and these are all the raw ores that I have. I don't want to sell these, so I'm going to refine them. So you can see I already have some refined things that I can pick up, so that I did before at this station. So I'm going to grab those. This one is from another station, so every station has its own refinery. I didn't want people to have to go fly all the way back to pick it up if they don't want to, but you can have it be delivered, but it does cost you a 20% delivery fee. So I can grab this and it'll come to this station now, and now I can sell it. So here are my refined materials, so I'm going to go in and sell all these. Oops. Now I want to make this UI a little bit less annoying, like add like a sell all button or something like that to each of these sections. I still need to kind of do some quality of life stuff there, but yeah, that's basically how the selling works. I have 37,000 credits now. So yeah, I didn't actually do the refining. So If you click on these raw ores, they'll go in one at a time. But you can also drag an entire stack over if you want. So how this works is each ore refines one at a time, and the rest of them are waiting in a queue. So you can see there's timers here, right? So the more expensive ones take longer, and this will actually work while you're offline. So you can refine a bunch of stuff and then come back later, and it'll be ready for you. So yeah, and then once it's done, you just go and sell it basically. Storage is pretty self-explanatory, right? You have your ship cargo, your station cargo, and then everything is kind of split up in there. And then the ships tab, you've got your hangar. These are my ships. This is where I can repair my ship. These are modules are like things that you can add to your ships. You can find them out in the world by exploring and finding like derelict, like wrecked ships, and pick up these modules, or you can get them by destroying pirate ships, and sometimes they'll drop these modules. So like for example, this one gives you a top 20% speed and but 20% less boost efficiency. This one is a better one. It gives you 2 buffs and 1 debuff, 30% cargo capacity and 20% mining laser power, but it reduces your top speed. And then this one is less mining laser power and 25% more weapon damage. So, but the more you use the functions that these things are responsible for, the more damage they get, and then you have to repair them. So I'm going to do that. Now an enemy ship just spawned in, but I'm safe here in the station. It won't be able to target me or anything if I'm in here. So yeah, that's that. You can see the ship stats here. And then the upgrade panel, you can upgrade your ships, of course. Like I can add more to this stuff. You can see I have 2 hard points on this ship that I've maxed out. This one, this is like the starter ship. You only have 1 hard point, so you can't add another laser thing to it. But yeah, there's all these things you can upgrade to make it easier. So actually, cargo bay size is one thing that I really want. So I'm just gonna dump a bunch of credits into that. And now I'm broke, basically. Mining laser stability is not bad either, but you know, I can pop a couple in there. Might as well spend my credits. Yeah, and then we have the shipyard, which is where you can buy the ships. Right now, I only have these ships here. You know, I will want to add more later, but for now, you know, these ones are good enough, I think. So yeah, that's basically that. And then, of course, we've got missions, right? Missions is the thing that people can do to explore the galaxy and do things that get them credits. And then I'm also going to add, like, you know, faction reputation or whatever, Federation faction reputation, which which will allow you to get things that you can't get, which is credits, right? So I have a bunch of missions here already that I'm kind of like working on. Actually, I think there's a bug here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, it's fine. I thought I counted 6. Okay, good. So yeah, you can have up to 10 missions. And if I leave here now, okay, that guy is way over there. The Void Dominator over there. He's hanging around in the asteroid field. There's probably an NPC out there. That's probably why he's over there. But I'm gonna go back there. I'll fight him, grab my stuff that I left. And actually, that's probably despawned already. Let's see if we can kind of deal with this guy here. Now, I'm not sure why the portrait is not showing up in that little targeting thing. That's a bug. I'll fix that later. But he's pretty far away. He's 15,000 standard units or stud units or whatever you want to call them right now, because you know Roblox works off of studs. But other space games that don't use like astronomical units and stuff, they use standard units, which is kind of what I was going for here. So, oh, he's just coming right for me here. Okay, so yeah, we're jousting now. Now, yeah, my ship is pretty decent, and I'm not really like in an area where I'm facing like super tough guys. They're fairly tough, but they're not like, you know, anything that I can't handle. If there were like 2 or 3 of these guys, then yeah, maybe it would be tricky. But for the most part, you know, I'm chasing them pretty easily, and I don't really have a problem. Okay, so he's gone now.
Deploying tractor beam.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick up this stuff. Now, yeah, the thing I was gonna mention is like the further out you go, the harder the enemies are. So like in this area, you know, the white name is you're gonna face pretty easy enemies. The like this section here, which is like the inner rim, you'll face a little bit tougher enemies, and then out here in the outer rim, you'll face even tougher enemies. Eventually, like right now, these beyond the rim systems are using the same like the same enemy pool as these ones, but I'm gonna add new enemies to the outer to separate the outer rim from beyond the rim. But for now, yeah, it's the same enemies. So okay, let's go somewhere else now. We've been here long enough, so I'm going to actually show you something else that I added. Now, missions, you can track the missions. So like for example, let's find one. This one, they want 53 refined platinum to be delivered. I have that in my ship cargo, right? The refined platinum is taking up a lot of space, so I'm gonna want to deliver that. Now, some missions have like a timer. I don't have any that have a timer right now, but some of them have a bonus timer, which if you finish the mission fast enough, you get bonus credits, and some of them have like a failed timer. So if you don't finish the mission in time, then you fail it. I don't have any of those right now, but I'm gonna deliver this. So I'm gonna track, and what that does is it puts it shows me on my mini map where I have to go. It also shows me here where I have to go, but also you can do autopilot. So if you press P, then your ship will just navigate there on its own. Now, autopilot will disengage if you get attacked by an enemy, but for the most part, you know, if you're trying to get from one end of the galaxy to the other, then you can just put it on autopilot and let the ship do its job, and you know, you don't have to manually fly the thing. Now, it won't use boosts or anything like that. Oh, okay. So we have an enemy here that is. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're getting attacked. He was already fighting an NPC. You can see he's kind of damaged. So I think he took out the NPC. So I'm just gonna finish him off here. I'm assuming he finished off the NPC. Let's see, or she. Did they drop anything? I don't think they dropped anything. Okay, I don't see any NPCs around. Yeah, so the NPC probably died. Okay, so now we can continue our route. So yeah, you'll get jumped every once in a while, but it's you know, part of the game kind of thing. I'm trying to balance how often that happens, but for the most part, I think it feels pretty good right now. So what I was saying is like the autopilot won't boost and stuff, so you can boost if you want. So I'm holding down shift to boost right now. But yeah, it will direct itself without you having to do anything. But of course, it's not going to be it's not going to be like 100% efficient, which is the trade-off of using autopilot. Oh yeah. All right, so we're gonna. It's just gonna automatically jump through this warp gate. So this is the warp gate animation. So I'm now going to a different server. You can see there's the transition here happening. And there's a little bit of jumpiness going on, but now I'm entering this new server, which is a new solar system on its you know, entirely. There is an enemy here somewhere over there. Oops. I think he's targeting me now. My game is a little bit, it's hitching a little bit because I'm recording, I think, at the same time, but let's just keep an eye on this guy, make sure that he doesn't.
Missile inbound.
Oh, he's firing a missile at me. Oh god.
Disengaged.
Okay, now I'm not sure what happened here, but I was supposed to warp. Oh, I can't. Now I can't because I'm in combat. But yeah, so you can't, if you're in combat, you can't warp. But if you don't get hit for 10 seconds, you will drop combat and then you can warp.
Hostile ship detected.
Oh boy. Okay, we're good. So yeah, this is another sector in that system. But you can see, you know, we're making our way over to where we want to be. The other thing that I didn't mention is in the settings, you can actually toggle PvP on. Now, I don't have any reason for anyone to do PvP right now. There's no like rewards or like tracking or whatever progression system or anything like that. But you can enable it. I've tested it a little bit here and there, but this isn't like games like Starscape, for example. They force PvP on you if you go further out into space, like contested areas and stuff. But in my game, I decided not to do that. If you want to flag yourself for PvP, you can. Let's just head to where we need to go. But if you turn off PvP after, it kind of works like World of Warcraft or other games like that, where you have a timer that you have to wait out for you to not be flagged anymore. So if you do turn PvP on and you decide to turn it off, then you have to wait out a 5-minute timer before you're completely invulnerable again. Yeah, so it's totally opt-in. The other thing is if you are in combat and you combat log, your ship will stay in the game for 30 seconds or whatever it is. I can't remember what I set it to. And you're basically a sitting duck. So that's like one of the things that I don't like about Roblox is, people will just log out if they don't like what's happening. That happens in Starscape. Now, I disclaimer, I haven't really played Starscape a whole lot. Like I've played maybe a couple hours of it, but I am familiar with like the end game and the PvP and how that works and stuff. And like people log out if they see like another person in their like another PvP player that they don't want to have to deal with. So like I don't want to have to force people to do that if they're not interested in PvP. If as soon as they see someone join their system, then they leave, right? Like if you don't want a PvP, I'm not going to force you to PvP. Basically, just keep your flag off. But if you want to, and once I add like more reasons to PvP, then go for it. So yeah, that's the other thing. Of course, the other thing with Roblox is microtransactions, right? Like Robux payments, pay to win stuff. I don't want this game to be a pay to win game. If I do add, that kind of like if I add, there's a oh god, there's an enemy attacking me. I'm gonna have to deal with them.
Missile inbound.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to deal with this guy. This is where I have to be, the space station that I have to be at.
Warning. Missile inbound.
Okay, yeah, let's deal with you. How about some of my missiles? Okay, there's an NPC over there. But this guy's targeting me now, so yeah, so what I was saying was PvP, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, oh no, I already moved on from that. What I was saying was microtransactions. So if I do add anything like that, I mean, I will add, Robux purchases, but they'll probably most likely be cosmetic or quality of life things at the very least. There won't be like, you won't be able to buy like ships or anything like that. Just probably like ship skins or whatever cosmetic things like trails or whatever, that kind of stuff. One thing I didn't mention about NPCs is that they actually do things like they mine and they fly around and patrol and stuff. You'll see them mining every once in a while, or going from like an asteroid field to a space station, that kind of stuff. So they do kind of have like some sort of I guess like scheduled things that they like to do. Sometimes they'll just warp out of a system. Sometimes they'll warp into a system. So yeah, I tried to make it very lifelike for them, like they're part of the world kind of thing. Okay, so now this is where I need to dock to actually handle my mission, and it is over here. So I just got 4K. Nice. So yeah, I mean that's essentially the nuts and bolts of the game. I guess I can talk about some challenges that I was facing. Oh, and I should probably repair my ship. And like the progression of how this game kind of came together. I'll overlay some footage here of like what it looked like very early, so you can see what the game looked like at the beginning, and how it progressed from being like prototypey, just a mining simulator sort of thing, to how it went from that with very simple mining mechanics, where you just literally just hold down the left mouse button and just try and keep your meters in a certain place, to like how I progressed it to where it is now. So yeah, I feel like it's come a long way from where it was, and I'm pretty happy with the end result. But like I said, there's still a lot more that I need to do. If you guys have any like suggestions or things that you would like to see, then definitely drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear, from you guys. The problem with this game, I'm not expecting this game to be like super popular or anything like that. It's more of it is of course a passion project, right? Like if I wanted to make a slop game on Roblox, I absolutely could do it, and it could probably have a better chance of making Robux or whatever. But that's not really why I'm doing this. I'm doing this so that I can have fun with creating stuff that I would enjoy playing. And actually, I do enjoy playing this game. I sit here sometimes for an hour and a half just playing it by myself, flying to different systems, running missions, and that tells me that there's something here, right? It's not like other games where you make them and you don't really want to play them yourself. I actually enjoy playing this game, so I hope that resonates to you guys. Once I do release it. But yeah, it'll be really fun to see a bunch of people flying around doing stuff. I haven't really tested it with more than 2 people yet, but I feel like there's something fun here, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving you guys the opportunity to check it out. And having said that, if you do want to check it out, and if you want to keep being updated on the progress of the game, then definitely subscribe to the channel, and I'll update as things go. But I keep saying that I need to repair my ship, and I keep not doing it.
Request granted.
But yeah, there's still a lot of balancing work I need to do. There's still a lot of progression, long-term progression stuff that I want to add. But that's basically the game. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Actually, I think I'll talk about like the challenges and like stuff like that in another video. This was more of like I wanted to kind of walk you guys through the game and show you kind of what I've been working on and stuff. But yeah, maybe in the next one, after I see how this video kind of does, and we can talk about other things like how I kind of decided on doing what I've done, and the challenges that I faced with Roblox and things like that. But yeah, I think we're good. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.